Okay, so good afternoon once again. So this is the second part of your Module 1B, the discussion on your Module 1B. Please listen carefully so that you will be able to understand and you will and you know what to how to do your activity 1 on Monday. Okay, so the system-like process in the Philippine criminal justice system. Take note, the Philippine criminal justice system will not move unless the accused will be properly charged or accused. Okay? Okay, so ang pinakauna, kung mayroong krimen, dapat malaman mo na yan ng proper authority. Kahit na may mga police tayo, kahit may mga prosecutors tayo, even if you have judges, if they will not learn about or if they will not receive the charge against a certain person who violated the law, walang mangyayaring movement. Okay, so the very first step is the filing of complaint. So once complaint was received by the law enforcement pillar, then they will now gather evidence in order to locate, gather evidence, locate the perpetrator, identify the perpetrator, and arrest the perpetrator. Okay? Again, so magkakaroon muna tayo ng reporting. Yun yung pinaka-first step. So, kapag ka na-receive na yan ng law enforcement, the law enforcement will now conduct an investigation. So, dun sa investigation, ang pinaka-main concern nila, depende dun sa kaso, is to gather evidence that will warrant the filing of the case to the prosecutor's office. Okay? To identify the perpetrator or the suspect, the violator, the law violator, to locate his whereabouts, and ultimately to arrest him and bring him to the courts of law. Okay? So, yun. So, after that, kapag nagawa na nila yun, the next is to submit or to file the case to the prosecutor's office. So, isasubmit na nila ngayon, i-endorse na nila ngayon sa prosecutor's office. So, the second pillar of the Philippine criminal justice will now conduct a preliminary investigation. A preliminary investigation is done in order to determine the existence of a probable cause. Ano ba yung probable cause? It's a well-founded belief that a crime has been committed and that the suspect is probably guilty thereof and should be held for trial. So, kung merong sapat na dahilan para maniwala, based from the evidence that was submitted to them by the law enforcement pillar, kung merong sapat na dahilan para maniwala na yung inakusahan is pwedeng siya nga ang nagkasala at kailangang dalhin sa korte para ma-determine yung kanyang guilt, then the prosecutor will file the case to the court pillar. Okay? So, dun sa court, the court serves as an arbiter. So, the judge will determine whether there is enough or sufficient evidence to warrant the conviction of the perpetrator or the accused. Okay, so ayun. And then at the end of the trial, yung conviction. And after the conviction, the probation officer will conduct a pre-sentence investigation that will serve as an additional basis of the judge in the determination of sentence and supervise convicted defendants placed on probation. Yan is kapag qualified yung perpetrator or yung convicted individual to undergo probation. Okay? We will learn more about probation when we will proceed with the correction pillar. And you will learn deeper everything about probation when you will have your non-institutional correction. Kasi dun sa non-institutional correction na subject, papag-aralan ninyo kung ano yung mga programs ng rehabilitation programs ng ating government that is observe para sa mga tao na hindi na kailangang ipunta or ipasok doon sa kulungan para i-rehabilitate. And one of that is probation. Okay? So, kung mag-undergo ka kasi ng probation, even if you were convicted, you will not be placed inside a correctional institution. Instead, you will serve your sentence doon sa community. But of course, with condition. Kaya nga, merong supervision na mangyayari. And ang magsusupervise dyan is yung probation officer. Okay? So, if the defendant is convicted, he will now be received by the correctional institution who will keep them until the parole board grants them parole or if they have already completed their sentence. Okay? So, the correctional institutions will be the one to implement the rehabilitation programs to ensure that the person who was convicted will come out as a law-abiding citizen already. Kaya nga, bakit ba kasi correction? Bakit correct? Yun yung dahilan kung bakit correctional institution ang tawag natin doon. Because yung mga it's assumed na yung mga papasok doon is law violators. Kaya, kumbaga yung straight naging bent. Kasi nag-violate sila. So, what they are going to do is doon sa kulungan yung bent, i-correct nila. Okay? So that they will become a law-abiding citizen once again. So finally, the Parole and Probation Administration assists the prisoners' release in their return to the community. In the return of prisoners to the community, once they have already finished serving their sentence, the community, we as a member of the community, should be responsible enough in order to help them continue living as a law-abiding citizen. Alisin natin yung, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi ito, alisin natin yung pagiging bias natin. So, kung alam ninyo na yung isang tao ay nanggaling sa kulungan, nakulong na, huwag nyo silang i-discriminate. Okay? They are human beings, and the reason why they were released from prison is because they are deemed to have already they have already changed their criminal behavior and they are already law-abiding citizens. Okay? So, ayun. Ayun yung processes, the system-like process. So, you see, kung i-go over natin yung system-like processes dito sa CJS natin, makikita ninyo na hindi pwedeng, in coming up with justice, in giving justice, hindi pwedeng dito lang mag-e-end. Hindi pwedeng yung law enforcement pillar lang ang magtatrabaho. Hindi pwedeng investigation, arrest lang ang mangyayari. Okay? In fact, take note people, hindi lahat ng inaaresto ay nako-convict. Okay? Hindi lahat ng naaaresto ay nako-convict. Kaya, wag din nating i-discriminate ba yung mga nakikita nating inaaresto. Kasi, may ang dami-daming mga nakakulong. That's already yung record shows na may mga nakakulong talaga na hindi pa convicted pero tagal na nila. Tapos paglabas nila kapag acquit sila kasi acquitted sila. Hindi sila talaga yung gumawa. They still receive yung discrimination coming from the people. Okay, so, I hope na wala isa man sa inyo yung magdi-discriminate nito sa mga nakakulong na natapos na mag-serve ng kanilang sentence at bumalik na sa community. Okay? So, operations, ito yung mga operations, yung mga activities na nangyayari sa CJS, sa bawat pillar ng ating CJS. Okay? So, why should you be concerned? Please read that. So, dito sa overview ng ating 5 pillars, sa law enforcement, sinabi ko na sa inyo, doon sa law enforcement, they do investigation in order to gather evidence, identify the suspect, what else, locate the suspect, locate the whereabouts, and arrest the suspect. Sa prosecution pillar, they are the one which is in charge in order to determine the existence of probable cause. Para sila yung sinisib nila yung mga investigation reports na isasubmit sa kanila. Okay? Kung doon sa investigation, walang sapat na dahilan, mag-e-end na yung kaso doon sa prosecution pillar pa lang. Okay? So, a case may end doon sa natural death, doon sa prosecution pillar pa lang. Okay? Depende kung merong probable cause. So, the existence of a probable cause will determine whether the case will be filed in court or not. Okay? So, the court is where the accused will be given a day in court. When we say a day in court, we are referring to his opportunity, to the opportunity that is given to him to disprove the accusation or the allegation that was filed against him. Yun yung sinasabi nating due process. Walang due process kung isang side lang ang pinakikinggan. So, sa court, nabibigyan ng pagkakataon yung akusado para i-defend o to i-disprove yung allegation ng ng prosecution sa kanya. Take note, ang the guilt of the accused is to be proven by the prosecution. Okay? Kung sino yung nag-akusa, siya yung mag-prove doon sa guilt ng akusado. Okay? The burden of proof lies on the prosecution. Ang gagawin naman ng defense is to disprove the allegation or the accusation filed against the accused. Okay? So, through evidence, witnesses, and so forth, and so on. Because we have the so-called constitutional presumption of innocence. Okay? Kaya sabi ko noon during our first meeting, we only use the word criminal. We only address a person as rapist, as murderer, once he was already convicted by final judgment by a competent court. Okay? By a competent court. Hindi yung by a competent Marites or Mario. Okay? Hindi tayo na civilian ang nag-convict sa mga inaakusahan. Okay? Kaya iwasan nating sabihan o tawagin ng isang tao na magnanakaw kung hindi pa naman siya convicted. Ka-aresto pa lang. Sinabi lang, narinig mo lang na ganito si Juan pala, ganito, nagnakaw pala. Tapos ikaw naman na nakarinig, sasabihan mo na siyang magnanakaw. Hindi pwede yung ganun. Because remember, criminal are those who were convicted by final judgment by a competent court. Okay? Kahit ngayong convicted by the municipal trial court can still be considered as innocent later on when they will appeal. Tapos doon sa regional trial court is na-reverse, di ba? So there is still a possibility unless ang nagbigay na ng guilty verdict is yung Supreme Court kasi highest court na yun. So kung ang nagbigay na ng guilty verdict is yung Supreme Court, talagang murderer or rapist or kwan na yung tao. Terrorist na yung tao. Okay? But so long as wala pang conviction, iwasan nating tawaging mga magnanakaw o criminal yung isang tao. Because in the Philippines, we have the constitutional presumption of innocence. Okay? An accused is deemed innocent unless proven otherwise. And who will prove? Kanino nakaatang yung burden of proof? Nakaatang yan sa prosecution. Okay? Evidence-based tayo, usually. Evidence-based. Okay? Mas mabigat kasi yung evidence. But, usually is, mas nakukuha yung testimonial. Kasi medyo pa tayo sa tawag dito. Sa evidence, sa technology. So, more on testimony pa tayo. Okay? So, if there is a reasonable doubt, take note, if there is a reasonable doubt that the accused committed the crime, he has to be acquitted. Okay? Kung reasonable doubt, may sapat na dahilan para maniwalang yung taong yun ay hindi siya ang gumawa, then he should be acquitted. Okay? However, the rules of court provides that the accused can be convicted of a lesser crime he has been charged with in the information. However, the lesser offense